Islam was my father's favorite student. And I really believe he's gonna become champion.
I always ask God, but He give me always more than what I ask. Alhamdulillah. I training so hard for this moment. All my life, when I was kids, I preparing for that moment.
Champion, dominant champion, submitting everybody, underdog. That's how good Islam is.
Islam's so scary. I had a nightmare that I had to fight him.
We thought when we saw Khabib, right, that was the complete version of a Russian fighter. You see Islam and he possesses all those same skills with the striking.
With the strike.
Did we just witness another reminder of why Islam Makhachev is considered one of the most dominant fighters in mixed martial arts today?
I think he's one of the greatest of all time in this generation, right? Like one of my buddies says, why does there have to always be one? There's so many different generations. For me, he can stand, he can grapple, he can oppose his will. He's won a belt at lightweight, defending it, and he's also won a belt at 170 and defended it. You know, Loco, he has some good words today we're talking about, and I just feel like skill set wise, he has to be up.
Following his performance against Ian Machado Garry, the MMA community has been actively discussing the result.
He may just be one of the greatest fighters in the world. Right now, it's me and maybe him. So I encourage him to just keep.
Fighters, analysts, former champions, and fans have shared their reactions, and a common theme has emerged. Makhachev continues to operate at a level very few in the sport can match.
Islam Makhachev winning 17 fights in a row. It's absolutely insane. When Anderson Silva won all those fights and defended the belt those times and had won 16 fights in a row, no one ever thought that record would be broken. Tonight, Islam did that. You put this in historical terms, and you put this with some of the greatest sports feats we have ever seen in any sport across the board. It is about paying homage to a guy that continues to become and prove he's one of the all-time greats, if not the best fighter the UFC has ever had.
Do you feel like what Islam is now doing at welterweight is more impressive than anything he's done before, because it's quite clear that maybe this isn't his completely natural division?
When you go in there, you know, if you're at the weigh-ins or when I went in after the fight and Ian Garry came over and shook my hand, Ian Garry's handshake is like a fucking vice grip. And he is a big, powerful, rangy guy. For Islam to go in and do what he did to him tonight, physical and mental. I don't know what your opinion is, but, you know, if he didn't have that one loss on his record, it'd almost be a no-brainer. And this kid wants to fight all the time. He stays active. And after tonight, and what he did tonight, he talks about, 3-4 more fights. And so I think what you do is you just let this guy's career play out. And when Islam's career is winding up and starting to wrap up, the more fights he keeps winning and the things he keeps got, the records he keeps breaking, it'll all speak for itself.
I'm still old school with title defenses mean a lot. Yeah. And you go back to Anderson Silva, Demetrius Johnson, if we're talking about GOAT, all weight classes, I don't know if he's there yet.
That cardio he had, he wrestled really well. He looked good. He didn't get the job done. I don't think his stock goes anywhere. I think his next fight's going to be bigger than ever.
His size did matter. I think that now that he's moved up, he doesn't have that enormous advantage of strength and domination on the mat. You know, he still dominates in a way that he's so good, he's so fast, he's so quick, he's so technically sound, he's determined. He's a master. He's got a PhD, which a lot of the guys that come from that region of the world and that kind of teaching and that kind of philosophy, that kind of mindset, they all, with Khabib and all those guys, they all seem to have that kind of commitment to that, obviously, to that expertise and that mindset. They are damn good. It's floor chess. It's like playing chess on the floor with Bobby Fischer or the Spassky, whatever his name was, the great Russian chess master years ago, where you make one wrong move, you're done. He still has that.
One of the most discussed aspects of the performance has been his fight intelligence. Repeatedly, he demonstrated the ability to read his opponent, make timely adjustments, and stay a step ahead throughout the contest. That quality is often what separates strong fighters from elite champions, and it continues to be central to why Makhachev is so highly regarded in the sport.
What are your thoughts on the main event?
Main event was kind of boring. Ian Garry, he didn't believe himself so much. Just stay there like this and doing nothing. You gotta strike, you know, how are you gonna win? And Islam looked better than him.
I thought it was, excuse me, something in my throat, 2-2 going into the fifth.
No, only one round Garry won. For me, it's 4-1.
Do you think he beats Carlos Praches?
Yes.
You know, that's how I felt. But on the Islam side, Islam went out, you know, the complete opposite now. Against a bigger, strong, rangy guy who has good takedown defense, controlled him, shut him down. I don't know if he was in his head, and Ian felt like he had to come out and shake hands in the fifth round or whatever, but, you know, Islam did exactly what he needed to do to win that fight.
First of all, I got so many things to bounce off there. First of all, I said it was impossible for Islam to land a head kick on Ian Garry. I was wrong. He head kicked him right in the lips. He toad punched his mouth box and got him wobble-legged. But what can I ask you, Gu? What did you expect going in from Ian Garry, who has a lot of decision wins in the UFC, versus Islam Makhachev, who's kind of known? I mean, he does finish people, but he's also, you know, the way he won the belt was a 25-minute control fest.
He just held it. He's like, nah. Activate back. Oh! Fuck! Oh, nah, this is levels. What the fuck? Yeah, nah. You can't keep doing this. He's the best. You know, but I want him to
Get best. Passes guard. Ian Garry's jiu-jitsu is actually really good. One of the things that Islam's doing very well right now is he's always staying outside that lead leg each time he strikes. Or if he goes in front, he's going super wide. That's why Ian Garry's having a hard time reaching him. And in Islam, when he gets close, he starts creeping outside that lead leg. It's because his head's on the outside. That's why each time Ian Garry's able to do that defense.
I think it's very, very important to give Islam Makhachev his flowers. As I indicated, he breaks Anderson Silva's win streak. Dude, getting 17 consecutive fucking wins in the UFC is so mind-bogglingly difficult. And to do that in 2 weight classes through title defenses is just one of the most remarkable things you'll ever see. You can make an argument that this is the best title defense of a champ up a weight class in UFC history. I mean, there's other ones who have done it.
Yeah, crazy fight. And again, this just, I think this still, like already it's, Islam stock is up here. He's the pound for pound best fighter in the world right now.
That could have been bad, Mike. Oh! Islam just kicked Ian. I said that would never happen. I literally said that it would never happen. I literally called it. I literally said that. Oh my God! He's cracking him. He's cracking him. Oh my God! I literally called this. 2 minutes. I literally called this. Holy hellbird.
What makes him particularly difficult to compete with isn't only his technical ability, it's his consistency. Regardless of the opponent, he has repeatedly found ways to impose his game plan, control the pivotal moments, and perform under pressure. That level of reliability is often what defines a genuine champion.
Islam Makhachev versus Ian Machado Garry just took place in the main event of UFC 330, and this is my reaction to that absolute snooze fest in the main event. Other than one moment in round 2 where Islam Makhachev head kicked Ian Garry and caught him with the toes at the end of the head kick and knocked him down, Ian Garry gets right back up. Islam Makhachev scores a head and arm throw takedown. Other than that one moment in that 30-second sequence, Islam Makhachev didn't do any harm whatsoever to Ian Garry.
Come back with the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world, Islam Makhachev, who makes history. 17 wins in a row for Islam Makhachev. He retains his welterweight title. As GC just said, if you were watching the post show, and the watch party, tremendous job by both GC and Rick. A, for the watch party, but B, for like actually doing it in those outfits for the entire time. I mean, the dedication to the bit. Primo, 5th fighter to defend a title in 2 different weight classes. Perhaps most importantly, in my opinion, 17th win in a row, breaking Anderson Silva's record, which was 16 wins in a row. He did not break any title defense records or anything like that. Dana White was kind of confused about those records throughout the week. But interestingly enough, same building that Anderson Silva beat Forrest Griffin, way back when, UFC 101. Now that was just a 205-pound fight, but it was one of his greatest performances ever. Same building, same city, of course. Here's Islam Makhachev against Ian Machado Garry in a fight that I think a lot of people were dismissive of Ian Machado Garry's chances in the fight, and it was looking very early on like it was going to be another Islam Makhachev masterclass, certainly after the first 2 rounds. But a funny thing happened in the 3rd and 4th. Machado Garry got his confidence, figured out how to stand and trade with him, was defending takedowns. Islam was pretty much at about 50% throughout, and even when he did take him down, wasn't inflicting much damage. 4th round, going to be very interesting to see how that would score. Now, ultimately, 2 judges gave it 49-46, one 48-47. I suspect those judges who gave it 49-46 for Ian had that 4th round for Islam.
Attention now turns to what comes next. Where does Makhachev go from here? Following another strong performance, discussion around potential future matchups and championship opportunities has picked up, along with debate about where this win ranks among the most impressive of his career.
Just last for me, there's like videos of Carlos Prates and Michael Morales backstage arguing about who should get the title shot against you next, and they both want it, they both think they deserve it. How do you feel?
I don't know who I want to choose, no matter who is them. Maybe let them fight. Why they not fight in this card to see who is the #1 contender, But it's okay. I'm happy we have some real contenders in this division. And these guys, Morales, Prates, Shavkat, they make me like training every day more hard. But because I see this is the real fighters who can give me good fights.
What stood out most to you about Makhachev's performance? Did it meet your expectations or unfold differently than you anticipated? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you follow UFC and MMA news, fighter reactions, predictions, and breaking updates, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.